We back at it once again with the Sting. We're coming off a win against the Grambling State Tigers. Let's look at the rest of the scores around the SWAC. Prairie View A&M beat Alcorn State by 5, 33-28. Meanwhile, down in Baton Rouge, Southern beat Bethune-Cookman. Poor Bethune-Cookman, goodness. Alabama A&M beat Texas Southern. This is a surprise. So it looks like Alabama A&M's on the driver's seat to win the SWAC East. And then Mississippi Valley State came up short to Navy 26-23 in overtime. I think A&M plays Mississippi Valley State next week. Meanwhile, over at the MEAC, you got South Carolina State being Norfolk State, North Carolina A&T defeating Howard, and then Delaware State beating Hampton. Wow. So let's move on to in-season recruiting. As you can see, Leon Hill is the last player left that we need to get. Garrett Harvey and Ron Lawson decided to take their talents somewhere else. Check this out. So we'll start with Lawrence Rodriguez, the 5-star running back. He committed to Louisiana Tech. Garrett Harvey, this one broke my heart. He committed to Ohio State. This was a big need for us, and the 4-star left tackle took his talents up to Columbus. Joe Dorsey from Mountain Brook committed to the Tennessee Volunteers. Brendan Wilson from Houston goes out there to Texas A&M where he's staying home. And then Ron Lawson out of Rainsville, the middle linebacker that we badly wanted, went to Auburn. And then Tyson Goss commits to the Oklahoma State Cowboys. We missed out on a lot of good players, and I was really hoping to get Garrett Harvey, but that's cool. So as we look at the top 25 list, you will see that the Alabama State Hornets are now ranked number 12 in the country. We're right outside the top 25. Man, if we didn't lose to Southern, we'll probably be in the top 10. That's wild. I still can't believe I lost that game. But as you go down the list, as we approach the end of our season, we're looking to end the season on a positive, good, high note. We can't lose anyway. If we lose, we're out. So let's look at the Heisman watch list. Jack Young from Texas Tech. You got Zach Caldwell, the quarterback from Miami. Matt Guidry from Florida. Paul Johnson of Miami, the wide receiver. And finally, Nick Hawkins, the quarterback from South Carolina. So we're scrolling down the bro projection list. You see Tennessee State. You see Texas Southern. Eventually, you're going to see Alabama A&M. There they are right there. Projected to go to the Motor City Bowl. So I know what you're thinking. Where is Alabama State? Where are we going to go? Where are we projected to go, that is? We look further down the list and take a look at this. Alabama State is projected to play in a New Year's Day game against Texas Tech, the Fiesta Bowl to be more precise. Oh man, if we can keep this going, we can actually make that happen. We just got to make sure we keep winning convincingly. We got to make sure we keep blowing these teams out. And we got to make sure we retrieve the SWAC title again. Hopefully we can. So, and then you have Miami and Oklahoma are projected to play for the national championship game. Tony Woods is named National Player of the Week for offense. Look at his stat line. Wow. So then you have Lynn Anderson, the running back from Alabama A&M, 3 receptions, 111. Plus he carried the ball 26 times for 116 yards. And look at Cal Gray's stat line. 3 tackles, 2 for loss, 2 sacks, and 2 interceptions. Man had a crazy game versus the Grambling State Tigers. So we saw Tony Woods from earlier. Carlton McBride, look at his stat line for South Carolina State. 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Man, dang, despite all that, both of them have losing seasons too. But it looks like Tennessee State is going to run that conference once again. So now we got the last game of the season. So let's take a look at the standings. Alabama A&M is in first place in the East. They win next week, and I believe they play Mississippi Valley State. They're going to Detroit. Texas Southern needs to win, and they need Alabama A&M to lose that game. Alabama State, we win, we're in. Southern needs to win, and they need us to lose. So that's the scenario in those situations. So join us next time. We're going down the Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Last game of the season versus the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. Thank you for watching. Peace. Before I dip out, I got something I have to show you, and I almost forgot. So we have two offensive linemen, two starting offensive linemen that are in trouble, and both of those violations are related to academics. The first guy is Jesse Smith, our starting left guard, who has been phenomenal for us throughout his career at Alabama State. So as you can see, the professor reported that he's been guilty of excessive absences. He's been missing class, just up and dipping out whenever he wants to and not showing up whenever he wants to. Just sad. The next guy is Kareem Harvey. He doesn't have the grades. He's not doing good in school. And in order to be on the team, you got to make good grades, or decent grades at least. I mean, damn. So anyway, Jesse Smith will be suspended for the first half of the game versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. Kareem Harvey will be suspended for the first quarter. So as you see, the reason why we did this is because we don't have enough discipline points left. We only have one left. Before we put out these suspensions, we had what, 3-4 discipline points left? It's a shame. Both of these players play a huge part of building up this football program. Both of them are juniors too, so they might dip out after this season is over. So now we're going to have to do some rotation around the offensive line. You're going to see Corey Brown starting at either guard or tackle, and you're going to see Brandon Ross get some action in too. Both players have been phenomenal filling in whenever these players on the offensive line. So we're not expecting anything different. We still got the two best running backs in the country, so they don't have to hold their blocks long. So here's the breaking news. We have two offensive linemen that have been suspended. One for the first half, one for the first quarter. And as you also can see, the NCAA team interest meter is still high. I'm trying to get that down, but these players continue to mess up. They continue to do whatever they want to do. They're letting this winning go to their head now. This needs to be addressed, and hopefully we won't have no problem versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. So join us next time, man, as we go up to Arkansas and take on the Golden Lions. This is such a shame. Such a shame.